to Bree Essrigs video, and it is titled The First Time I. And basically what it is like, you know those survey things that you would do on MySpace or Facebook that would ask you questions? Well, that's what it is. So I decided to get in on this, and the first question is, what was your first tweet? Well, I had another account apparently, because my first tweet on my Twitter now is, just opened up a new Twitter account, it's time to start over, and that was June 24th, 2010. I don't know what was needing to be started over then, but number 2, what is your first YouTube video? My first YouTube video is called Walking in the Dark, and basically what it is, it's me and Richie walking through town, because we lived in town then, and it was dark, and that's about it. Number 3, who was the first person you subscribed to on YouTube? I'm thinking it was Philip DeFranco, but it could be Olga K. It was one of the two, but probably Philip DeFranco, because I am a big fan of the PDS. What was your first Facebook profile picture? Since I'm doing this on my webcam, I basically can't show you, but it's probably a good thing. Let's see. Do you still talk to your first love? No, I do not. Actually, last I heard, he's in jail or prison or something, so it's a good thing that I don't. Number 6, what was your first alcoholic beverage? From what I remember, it was a beer, and, I don't remember how old I was. What was your first job? It was at Burger King, and I hated it really bad. Like, I literally stood at the cash register and cried. I don't know, I had a real bad time dealing with people, and I mean, now I'm a cashier where I work and I'm fine, but I don't know. I didn't like it then, apparently. Okay, number 8, what was your first car? I had a 86 Toyota Corolla, and it was silver, and I named all my cars, and I named it the Silver Bullet, because I always drove crazy fast. So, yeah. Number 9, who was the first person to text you today? I already checked. That was my friend Mandy, and, she's actually getting ready to come over. Number 10, who was the first person you thought of today? Well, my friend Josh, because he came and knocked on my door and woke me up today, so kind of couldn't help but to think of him. Who was your first grade teacher? I'm not positive, but I'm thinking it was Mrs. Brown. I don't know. What was your first airplane ride, and where did you go? My first airplane ride was really random. A friend of mine knocked on my window at 3 o'clock in the morning. A friend of his needed some airtime, and it was a real nice night. So we went with him, and we basically just flew around the surrounding counties. And I remembered it was like being in a car up in the sky, because it was really loud. But, you know, you're up in the air, obviously. And you could see, like, the lake and the moon shining down on it. It was just awesome. Okay. Anyway. 13. Who was your first best friend, and do you still talk to them? Well, I've had lots of best friends over the years, and I don't talk to any of them anymore. Some have moved away, some we've just lost touch, and some we just don't get along anymore. 14. When was your first sleepover? I have no idea. I know I was young, though, because I had them all the time, or went to them all the time. And my dad worked at the skating rink, so I had a lot of friends. Okay. Number 15. What was the first thing you did this morning? I had to put on my shorts and answer the door for Josh, because he came to the door. My first concert. When I was a kid, my mom and dad took me and seen Def Leppard and Aerosmith and another one I can't think of. But I think my first one when I was a kid was Def Leppard. As an adult, and I think it was 2007, I seen Evanescence, which I love. They're my favorite band ever. Like, I still wear the necklace that I got from this concert. So, yeah, very special to me. My first broken bone, that would be my big toe. It hurt really bad, too. My first piercing is my ears. I don't wear earrings now, and that's all I've ever pierced. It's my first and only piercing. First foreign country, never been to one. Number 20, first movie I remember seeing. I don't actually remember seeing the movie, but my mom and dad let me watch Poltergeist when I was really young, and I have been terrified of clowns since. So I'm going to say Poltergeist. My first attention, probably in the 7th grade, because that's whenever I started going bad. My first roommate, that was the first time I went to college. Her name was Michelle Eggety. She's awesome. I miss her. Haven't talked to her in a while. It's one of the best friends I've lost touch with, but hope to get to see her and talk to her soon. 23. If you had one wish, what would it be? Well, I'll answer it like this. If I tell you, it won't come true. 24. What was the first sport you were involved with? That would be cheerleading. I was obsessed with cheerleading and cheerleaders from probably the 3rd grade on. I never got to be a cheerleader in school, but I cheerleaded for the Pulaski County Youth Football League for the Cowboys, so that was cool. What's the first thing you do when you get home? When I get home from work, I put down my stuff, I sit down and grab the laptop or watch TV and just relax for a while, basically is what I do. And the last question, number 26, is when was your first kiss and how old were you? My first innocent kiss would be in 1st grade. I think his name was Jeremiah, if I'm not mistaken. And my not so innocent first kiss, I'm going to guess I was probably 11 or 12. And sadly, I do not remember who this is. So, or was, whatever. But that is my my answers to the questions for the First Time I Tag by Bree Essrig. And I hope you enjoyed it. And everybody have a great night. See ya.